was the most satisfying moment so far since you've been doing Zeke Sneaks? It's been like what, a year now? A little bit more than a year?
Yeah, it's going on about a year and a half so far.
Okay.
Satisfying moments. I would say I actually I met up with a client a couple weeks ago, and I think he was about 15 or 16 years old, and I was just dropping some shoes off to him, and no, he was 15, because I asked him, I said, you don't drive? Because I had to go all the way to his house. And I usually don't do that, but he was local. We met before different sneaker shows, and he has his own sneaker business. So I said, you don't drive? And he's like, no, I'm only 15. I was like, oh, wow, okay. All right. That's cool.
15 and you got 15. Your own sneaker business.
He has his own sneaker business. And the first thing he said was, hey, I look up to you. I remember when you first started your Instagram page on March 15, 2015.
Wow.
I was like, whoa, that's a little creepy that you know that. I was like, wow,
Exactly.
like I never thought that I would have an impact on other people.
Exactly.
And he basically said, thank you. You motivated me to start my business and to expand my business. So I never thought that I would have that impact on people when it comes to shoes. Especially, I feel like sometimes if you're not a sneakerhead or you're not really big into sneakers, you don't understand what it means to some people. And with me, with sneakers, it means more than just wearing some shoes to cover your feet.
Mm-hmm.
It's the history that goes behind it, a lot with other people as well. With the sneaker community, you have people from all different walks of life, from ages, gender, races, no matter if you're black, Chinese, Caucasian. It's a large community, and it brings a lot of people together just to have that similarity of loving shoes. So just going to traveling across the country and being able to meet different people, that's been great for me, because you never know who you're going to meet.
So with all that type of stuff in mind, what type of sacrifices have you had to make in order to get your business to where it is now?
I've had to make a lot of sacrifices. The first sacrifice I had to make was selling most of the shoes out of my collection to kind of get started. I actually sold a little bit over 100 pairs of shoes, and that kind of helped me build capital. It was hard because I sold some of my, what I call my gems, my all-time favorite shoes. Some of those I've been able to get back, such as the Cement 3s and the Dornbecker 8s. I've been able to kind of rebuild my collection, but that was.
What are some of them gems you had to give up that stay in your mind?
Oh man, I gotta relive this moment. So some of the gems that I had to get rid of: my Bread 11s, Concord 11s, my White Cement 4s.
Bringing tears to his eyes. Bringing tears to his eyes.
Vans Buddy 8s. It was hard. He got Game 13s.
Ooh, I got them.
Yeah, so
I made sure I got them.
A lot of classics I had to give away and just sell, just to really make that money in order to expand my business. But I knew in my mind I would be able to someday get those back. Somehow or another, I'll be able to repurchase those shoes. Another sacrifice, I put in a lot of time from just really trying to build a brand and get my name out there and really start from the ground up. I've had to sacrifice hanging out with friends, sometimes even going to class, homework. I've had to sacrifice sometimes my schoolwork to really getting it out there. But there's been pros and cons to that. With my shoe business and being a marketing major, most of my projects were actually focused on my shoe business.
Where did you get your degree from?
Kent State. So double major in accounting and marketing.
When did you finish?
I just finished up in May.
Okay. Shout out to Kent State. KSU alum. So I guess now that we know a lot about your business and we know about you, where do you envision your business or your brand in the next 5 years? What type of steps where do you want to get to?
Within the next 5 years, I envision my brand being known globally, especially my online website. Especially just with having an online website, you're able to make money while you sleep, because while you're asleep, someone's awake in some part of the world. So I really want to expand my online business, possible warehouse to store my shoes, and also potentially a store. If it's the guy's plan to open up a store, I would like to open up a store in Cleveland because that's where I'm from. So it'd be great to kind of give back to the community in that sense.
LeBron brought a ring. You bringing the shoe store? That's what's up.
So, because Northeast Ohio is a growing market, especially there's a couple shoe stores in Cleveland now, such as the Restock, which is Joe Hayden's shoe store. So I feel that there's a demand for it. So the whole idea with entrepreneurship is being able to solve problems for other people.
Okay.
So kind of bringing that aspect to Cleveland.
So Zeke, closing question for Black Friday, the interview, the major plug alert. We heard that Zeke Sneaks is the true plug in Ohio. He can give you any type of shoe you want, but in one word, for everybody to know, what would you describe Zeke Sneaks as?
I would say resourceful. In the sense of if there's a shoe that I don't have in my inventory, I can find it for you. I'm also well connected for the business that I do. So if you need concert tickets, if you need something that's not in my expertise, I can connect you to somebody that can help you out with that. So I feel that the brand is resourceful.
That's what's up. All right. So is there anything else you want to give a shout out to? To all the Black Friday fans, all the Zeke Sneaks fans watching this video right now. Any shout outs or promo? Go ahead and rip them up.
Okay, cool. I've been working on this. So now you guys know about Zeke Sneaks. Now you don't have to worry about any raffles, long lines, being sad that you missed out on the latest shoe release because your so-called plug sold your pair of shoes at the shoe store. Come shop with Zeke Sneaks at www.zekesneaks.com. I can get you any new retro Jordan release, also any exclusive basketball shoe as well.
And then what's your social media? Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever?
Twitter, Instagram, also Facebook page, Zeke Sneaks, Z-E-K-E, Sneaks. Make sure you like my page, follow me, I'll follow back as well.
Boom.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap at Black Friday.
In the beginning, only bigger things to come.
Next Friday,
Appreciate
coming
your
up.
time.
Squad!
You're